Hi, my fellow educators. Welcome to the Teachers Impact Podcast. My name is Shani Marie Ogilvie, certified educator, and I am your host. If you are a teacher that wants to share or hear the opinions, experiences of other teachers, looking for innovative ideas for your classroom, learn how to apply research-based practices in your classroom, feel like your voice is not being heard because decisions are being made by people who haven't been in a classroom, then this podcast is for you. I have been in education for over 10 years and I've served in many different roles. I've been a classroom teacher, instructional coach, supervisor, and curriculum fellow. But in the end, my experience and passion for student achievement is what drives me. My hope is that we're able to share our expertise and knowledge, which helps us to learn and grow through these weekly episodes. This is episode 20 of the Teachers Impact Podcast. On this episode, we'll be talking about the 5 myths about being a great elementary teacher. You know, there are a lot of assumptions and myths about being a great elementary school teacher. And we're here to dispel some of those myths so that as teachers, we can focus on the real work of mastering our craft and increasing student achievement. On mastering your craft, don't forget to click the link in the show notes to get your free ultimate guide to mastering your craft as a teacher, or go to the website teachersimpact.net. Let's get started. The first myth is that great elementary teachers have cute, heavily decorated classrooms. An elementary teacher's classroom should support student learning. A lot of times we think cutesy decorations will make a difference. The question to ask yourself is, how is this material serving my student? A classroom that is aesthetically pleasing to the eye is nice, but just because your classroom is heavily decorated doesn't guarantee it will make a difference in student learning. What I know from experience, based on my experience, I support a classroom that is print-rich, materials are accessible to students, and fosters a sense of independence in elementary students. Print-rich, I mean everything in the classroom is labeled, there's interactive word walls, learning stations or centers, and a classroom library of diverse authors. The second myth is that great elementary teachers do not have or deal with difficult students. I was reading an article years back about a teacher that had won many awards and was one of the top teachers in her state. I wish I could remember the article, but she talked about how when she went back to teaching, she had a student that was difficult for her to handle, but it made her realize that students don't care what award you've gotten or how great of a teacher you think you are. You still need to build relationship with students, manage difficult behavior, and continue to master your craft. Don't forget to get your free ultimate guide to mastering your craft. Check the link in the show notes. And if you're having trouble with difficult students, you can check out the episode 5 Secrets to Dealing with Difficult Students. What matters is your approach to how you handle difficult students. The third myth is that the most experienced teachers are great teachers. Yes, experience does help a lot when it comes to teaching, but if you have a lot of experience and never learn new knowledge and skills in teaching, your experience will become irrelevant. For example, schools had to switch to remote learning and everyone had to adjust. If you're a teacher that never used technology in your classroom, then the change would be that much more difficult for you. John Maxwell said it best. Experience is not the best teacher. Evaluated experience is the best teacher. Once you are a teacher that's gaining more and more experience, you need to make sure that you're evaluating your experience, meaning you're looking for what you've learned, what you need to do better, how you can grow, and how you can improve. The fourth myth is that if you're a great elementary teacher, you do not need to improve on anything. When you get to a certain level as a teacher, you may feel like you have everything under control and there is nothing that you need to improve upon. But as you become a great teacher, this is even more necessary because you'll be innovating and trying new things in your classroom, and with innovation comes the need for feedback and improvement. The fifth myth. Great elementary teachers know everything when it comes to teaching and their subject matter. I just want to say it is impossible to know everything about your area of teaching. You can always learn and grow and become better over time. The expectation to know everything is unrealistic. I struggle with this, but I have to remind myself that the point of growth and learning is that we get new knowledge about the things we don't know. So, don't be so hard on yourself about knowing everything. These are the key takeaways from this episode. Classrooms should be in the service of students. Number 2, all teachers have to deal with difficult students, but your approach is what matters. Evaluated experience is what makes you a great teacher. Number 4, continuous improvement is ongoing for teachers. Number 5, gaining knowledge is also a continuous process. Your plan of action for this week. It's very simple. I want you to send me an email at teachersimpacteducation@gmail.com on what great teacher myths you need to let go of. Don't forget, send me an email so I can know what great teacher myth you need to let go of. And again, thank you so much for listening. If you found this content even a little bit helpful or valuable, please share, favorite, and rate on your favorite podcast app. It helps the community to grow that much more. You can also email me at teachersimpacteducation@gmail.com, me on the gram at Shani Marie O, Twitter at Shani Marie O. Happy learning and growing.